Hello beautiful people, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Oluchi Imoh, and on this channel I share cake business tips. I talk about entrepreneurship, personal development, story time tutorials and vlogs as well, and you are welcome. In today's video I'll be showing you how to edit your cake pictures using the Snapseed app. If you observed, I opened my camera folder before getting to this picture just for you to know and see that this picture is a raw file. Raw file in the sense that it has not been touched. This is just how it was when it was taken. I took this picture around 6 p.m. thereabout to 6 or past 6 p.m. I think thereabout in the evening when I was done with this cake. So this is how bright it looks. Not perfect, but I mean this can be posted on your page. Now this is me saying this to emphasize the importance of having a good smartphone with which you can take your pictures. Now if it's something you're interested in learning how to edit using the Snapseed app, then you definitely want to stick around. I'll be right back. You're welcome back, people. So just go right ahead into sending this picture to the Snapseed app. So I've sent to the Snapseed app, and this is what it looks like when I land here. So I'm just going to click to my tools. By the way, I have a tutorial on how you can edit your pictures using the Snapseed app, which I've done before, but that was not an actual cake picture. This is a picture of my cake, and I want to show you how to go about it. That's why I'm doing a second one, as it has been requested as well by my subscribers. So I'm just going to click on the tools bar. Now when you open the tools bar, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see these options. Please try to watch that video if you haven't watched it. It will just give you a proper understanding of how you can go about editing your pictures better, because I might not be so detailed with this, but I'll try my best. Okay, so when you click on the tools option, it's going to give you this tray of other sub options that you can use. Based on the picture that I have and based on my explanation earlier in the first video, I mentioned that I don't edit too much. I just do a little bit of editing, because if I do too much, it's going to give me an over edited picture which doesn't represent what I do, and I don't want to have false looking images, so to say. So I'm just going to click on my white balance, take you right into what I would do if I were to edit this picture actually, which is what I'm doing. So I'll click on white balance. The purpose of using the white balance is to brighten up this picture a bit. If I go back, cancel, and click on the tools and come to my tune image, which is the top, the first option to my left. Yes, if I click on tune image, there's an option for me to increase the brightness, which is the first option. So I can click on it and increase the brightness. But now that is not what I want, and that's not how I do my editing. So I'll just take it out and then start with this first. I start with my white balance, and then I would slightly take my slider or slide my finger on my screen to the right. I'm not doing that too much. If you watch, I'm just going to stay around -4. If you go to the right, it's going to give you a warm brown tint, and I don't want that. So I'm looking for how to get my picture to look white, but not just white, bright as well. So I'm just taking it, sliding it down to 4 or 5. That's okay. And then when I'm done with that, I'll just click the OK button, and I'm cool with that. I'll come back here again and click on tools so that I can crop my picture and have it perfectly fit into the Instagram post ratio. I will click on crop, which is the second option just below tune image, and click on it, and then I would adjust. I'll slide my hand from the top and then from the bottom. When I'm done with that, I'll click OK. The next thing I want to do is to come back to my tools and click on the details. Now, what does the detail option do? There are two sub options here. You have structure and you have sharpening. Structure and sharpening. So the structure would help me kind of give some sharpness. How do I put it? The structure would help touch up my image a bit. Okay, so I'm just going to slide it to the right. Let me slide it all the way to the end, to my right, and then to my left, so you can see the difference. So that's what the structure does. It's actually going to sharpen the image, make the details so visible, and also affect the color. If you check and you watch, if you observe, you see that the color tone changed a bit. You can see all the shadows and everything, and I don't want that. When it comes to editing, for me, a rule of thumb is just a little is okay. Based on my phone, based on the settings, based on the quality of my pictures, just a little is okay. No over editing. So if I take it all the way to my left, that's what it's going to do. It has affected the color a lot. It affected the color a lot, and the quality of my picture is not the same, and that's not what I'm looking for. So I'm just going to increase the structure a bit to 8 or 4, between 4 to 8, and I'm fine with that. Then I'll click on this middle option again, bring out the tool, click on sharpening, and then increase it a bit. Sharpening also helps to define my features for me. It helps to sharpen and make them clear. So I'm going to increase it up to, what's that, 10. I'll increase it to 10, and I'm fine with that. But I think I'm not satisfied with how the back looks and even the whiteness of this picture. So I'm going to click on tools again. I want to touch my white balance up a bit. I guess that was not enough. So let's do this, 7. And I'll click OK. If you're very observant and you can see clearly, you'll notice that from the upper part of my cake, the background, by the way, I'm using my PVC. I mentioned this in the last photo I did about 5 photography styles you should avoid taking as a baker. So I'm using my PVC, that's why you have that background. But because there's a fold, there is a part where it folded, like where it was stretched all the way up, you can see that the top part is darker than the bottom part. So I'm going to click on this tool, selective, click on it, click right here, that's it, and increase the brightness a bit. Now I want to take it towards the edge because it's super efficient. It's a very super good tool, efficient tool for working with brightness and increasing, brightening dark areas. So I'm just going to increase it, and if you look, I'm increasing by sliding my finger to the right. I'll click on it to activate it. So I observed that when I clicked on it and it went white and it turned white like so. It's not turning white anymore. I just observed that when I clicked on it and it turned white, the slider wasn't working. So you need to make sure that it's blue highlighted, and then you can increase, right? Can you see what's happening? So if I take it just for you to see what the effect of this option is all about. So you can see that part to my left is where I'm talking about is so white now, and I don't want that. I really don't want that. I just wanted you to see the effect. So if I take it all the way to my left, this is what it's going to do. Take it all the way to the right, this is what it's going to do. So you just want a little goes a long way. So I'm increasing to, let me see if I can bring it closer. I'm increasing to, let's see, 4 should be fine. Once I'm done, I'll click OK, and then I come to my right, click on tools again, click selective, is the third to your left. I'll place my tool there again and then slide. Well, we did 4 for the others, so I'm just going to leave it the same so that there's some form of uniformity, and then I'll click OK. So for me, this picture is fine, good to go. Let's see if I can brighten up the picture a bit. Now that I've increased the temperature or have worked on the temperature, I'm going to see if that will make any difference. I think it does. I can see a difference, but not so much. But with this, I just think we're good to go. So for me, I rarely use this feature. Now there's this feature in tune image, under the tune image option, where you can click on saturation and increase the color like you want. But I mean, what is this? what kind of picture is this? I'm sure you don't want to do something like this, so don't overdo it. Okay, so you can decide to increase the color if you want to maybe 9, 5, but Formerly I used to use this when I wasn't using this phone, but with this phone I rarely come to the saturation option. I don't touch it because I feel I don't need it. Now, depending on the picture, depending on the weather, depending on the time of the day, I know what tools to use, but basically what I use are these options. So let's say 5 for the saturation if you want to do that, and then that's okay. I click on this. I'll show you what I use: white balance, the details, tune image, crop. I always use crop. Selective, I rarely use it. Healing, I use it. Let me show you what I use the healing for. Let's see if there's something we want to take out from this picture as it is. Okay, so let me just use that tool to show you what it is for. It's more like your eraser. So for example, I don't want this speck right here that is close to the M, so my capital M, right? I'm just going to click on it right here, click on it again, and it's off. So assuming that there's something I don't want in this picture. Sorry, I touched it mistakenly, so I'll just undo. So assuming there's something I don't want in this picture, maybe it's a stain or something, a spot maybe on my PVC, the backdrop, I will just click on that and erase it. That's what the healing tool is for. So that's all for editing this picture. Basically, when you're done, you click OK. Now if you come to the tools option, you see that there are so many options for you. It all depends on what you want, how you want your pictures to look, and what works for you particularly. So I'm done with that. Once I'm done, I will click done. Oh, I should have showed you what this picture looked like formerly, but you'll see it now. This is the picture that we just edited. This was how it looks like formerly. So if you want to check what it looked like formerly within the Snapseed app, all you need to do is just to press down, hold down on the screen, and you will see how it looked like. I showed you how to do that in the other video, the first video I made on how to edit your pictures with Snapseed. So this is the original picture, what we have at the moment. Can you see the difference? So this looks more appealing, this looks better, it appeals to the senses more, it makes your picture beautiful, brighter. It's not that you're giving a false look to your video, or you're changing it from what it is not to what it is, but you're only enhancing to make your pictures look better and to help you with sales. Because in the end, we're not posting pictures just for posting's sake. We are posting to be able to attract people to our page, attract people to our businesses. So I hope that you found this video useful, this video was helpful to you, and with this simple, straightforward tutorial, you can get a head start into editing your pictures like a pro using the Snapseed app in this year 2021. Thank you for joining me for this video. Please drop your questions if you have any in the comments. If you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. Please like this video and share with those in your cake communities. Until I see you in the next video, stay happy, stay safe, and stay blessed.